Elizabeth, and this is Ethan, and we've devoted our lives to saving old things.
This doesn't need a smidgen of work.
Saving these houses isn't for the faint of heart.
This is a huge pool.
This is concerning.
Oh, what is that smell?
Ew. But it's worth it. Our cheap old house movement caught fire on social media. Now we're taking buyers house hunting so they can buy and restore a cheap old house of their own.
It's gonna eat into your budget a lot.
Yes. Oh my God.
I can't believe this is ours for $99,000. With the help of our designer, Jen,
This house is magical.
and our architectural designer, Scott,
There is a fantastic old house hiding under here.
we use the history of the house to design and restore.
This is some sweat equity.
We're showing homeowners the magic
Wow!
of cheap old houses.
She likes it.
We're meeting Enrique and Megan in Worcester, New York, which is a quaint village located in the scenic foothills of the Catskill Mountains and just a few miles from the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Enrique and Megan have the cutest family. They're both fascinated with historical homes, so it's a perfect fit for us to help them with house hunting and restoration. We're gonna show them 2 houses today, and I think for them, we're really gonna be looking for something with a ton of character.
My name's Enrique.
My name's Megan, and we've been together for 17 years. We have 2 children. Ella is 10, and our son Samuel is 7 years old.
You know, we would much rather restore an old home as opposed to buy all new materials.
Buying an older, how do I say it, cheap old house really worked for our budget.
One of the reasons that I'm much more interested in older houses is the charm that you get with them, the fine millwork. In order to replicate that now, it's near impossible. The cost of materials is astronomical. So I started working with my father on construction sites as a child. He called me a gopher. I would have to go for this tool, go for that tool, and he was also super into older homes. But as the years progressed, I learned everything from him. And then as I got older, I would go out and really work with my father and hone my own craft in woodworking, and I would just like to continue to keep that going. And so losing him recently, it was a huge change in my life. So us looking at older homes is partly a tribute to my father. We have a very big extended family. We're gonna need more space. We wanna spend Thanksgivings and Christmas with the family.
Enrique just lost his dad, so now he's thinking about all the milestones and all the holidays that he needs to make memories for his family. And where else to do this but an old house?
Big old house. My parents instilled my love of old houses in me, and I love looking at Enrique and seeing his father in him.
Oh my God, look at this place. This is wild. Wow.
How do I even get out of the truck? Hi.
Hi. This place, it's obviously gotten overgrown. The details are really so special, but they're also gonna require some maintenance over the years. This house is $125,000. It's got 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's built in 1885. This house gives you about $100,000 worth of restoration to put in. There's a lot to do just even before we can paint. We have to get all the landscaping out, and it's gonna require a lot, just even in terms of your financial investment, just on the exterior.
I actually remember this house as I was growing up, like riding bikes through town. There's so much detail on it, and that's the kind of stuff that my dad really loved.
The house was built in the Queen Anne style, which is what people think of when they hear the word Victorian house. It's asymmetrical, it's a playful mix of different textures. It was a really exuberant and playful era in architecture, so they were just kind of putting lots of things everywhere just because they could. It has this incredibly deep front yard, and when you clean it up and bring back that original color scheme, you're gonna have a beautiful front porch, a wonderful plot of land for your kids to run around, and an interior that I honestly think is gonna absolutely blow you away. It's very grand, it's very fancy.
Yeah, we're not super fancy people, so.
Speak for yourself. Well, if this doesn't scare you more, it's dark in there. So,
No, thank you.
flashlights.
Oh, spooky.
All right, let's see if we can find any ghosts.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at these stairs.
That is a beautiful staircase.
See this stained glass?
I wouldn't want to walk in any other door. I'd want to see this every single time I come in the house.
This staircase is so grand, doesn't need a smidgen of work. It's like it was in pristine condition and the door was closed, and it still looks like this. This is so special.
It's a little creepy, but, you know, it's beautiful. I don't like that it's really dark inside. It seems really dreary.
Oh my gosh, look at these floors. Someone put linoleum or
I know,
vinyl
linoleum.
on top of it.
There's actual wood underneath that, I presume. We don't know the condition. It's something to consider.
The little bow
The bow ties, they are
I
fancy.
like the bow ties.
Big pocket doors.
Wonder if they work. Oh my gosh.
Oh, they're like butter.
The fact that the pocket door works means the foundation is intact, because if it had shifted and the house was unlevel, the doors would drag and not open. This looks like outside. Ooh.
I don't think that's...
Is that not? It looks like
Yeah,
a different
I don't think it's
species of
original.
wood.
This, though, look at this built-in.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful Eastlake hardware on here.
Oh yeah, matches the front door.
Anything good inside? Oh, these cabinets, though.
This is actually a pattern from Sears from the 1940s. And steel cabinets were very popular at that time, and you'd buy them as modular units.
I like the flowers, but I wouldn't want to keep them. This kitchen is so dated, it's hard for me to imagine it being more modern.
It's definitely a choice. To bring this kitchen back to the Victorian era, we could salvage wooden cabinets and other collected-looking pieces, which would be a historically accurate approach here.
I see the merit in a lot of the things that Elizabeth has been saying about, you know, the opportunities that await in this house and the great features that it offers, but it doesn't feel like a home to me right now.
This is the original butler's pantry.
Oh.
Well, it is nice having an additional space off the kitchen because there's not a whole lot of storage in there.
The butler's pantries were areas that would be adjacent to Victorian kitchens where they would store dishes and plate food. So it was just really an extra workspace.
I think that this house has amazing features. Even though it's a very old house, the layout is still one that would suit the needs of our family now. I love that there's more opportunity to kind of create more of our own unique spaces throughout the house.
Pretty fantastic house.
I mean, there is so much amazing features in this house.
The staircase is absolutely beautiful. The kitchen right now is not anywhere near what I would want it to be. The house is so dark, and like I love the woodwork, but it's also so dark.
It is the aesthetic of houses of this period to have dark stained woodwork. So if that isn't something you're into, that's a consideration. Enrique seems to be really feeling this house. Megan seems a little overwhelmed by it.
The biggest thing is the kitchen is missing, but the outside is a complete wreck. Plus, it's gonna need a brand new roof.
This house is 1 in a million. The fact that it is so well preserved and honestly looks almost exactly like it did in 1885.
It doesn't have any holes, it doesn't have any leaking. There are tricks to make these spaces much more livable, much more modern, while keeping the historic integrity of the house.
And there's a great sized primary bedroom, along with 3 other bedrooms and 2 bathrooms as well. I think there's a lot that can be done aesthetically and design to brighten up these rooms.
Some lights, maybe?
Yeah, I was gonna say, that might be nice.
Yeah, like a lamp or 2 would help.
Yeah.
We have another house we want to show you that's far less grand than this, but you might find it a bit more livable for your family. So let's go check it out.
What do you think? It's a little gray.
Definitely not as opulent.
It's 3 bedrooms, 1 bath.
This is such a great street.
But yeah, I actually knew this house as a kid pretty well. I would come here, meet friends. We would go play in the creek afterwards, park our bikes here, and then ride through town.
And just to think that your kids could enjoy playing in the same creek and playing in the same backyard as you did, it's really cool to see that. A lot of this stuff that I see is cosmetic. So this house is $89,500. That leaves you about $135,000 of renovation budget. That's gonna push this thing a long way.
That'll go a long way.
We can do
a lot with it.
everything. What do you want? A backyard? You want a fire pit? You want some landscaping?
Solid gold on the exterior. I love cheap old houses that have kind of been darkened and aren't really looking spectacular at the time because The transformation can be so spectacular,
Right.
and it'll really bring so much life back. If you took these shingles off and restored the original siding, which is most likely underneath there, really made the gingerbread pop with the right colors, this house could be beautiful. It's a little easier to live in and have a
Right.
family in.
This is a little bit more plug and play.
I feel like it's more approachable than the other house. The other house is a little daunting with everything that it needs and the jungle that it's in.
Well, let's go inside.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Really nice front door.
Yeah.
It is a nice front door.
So wide open.
Yes.
It's cute.
Not a whole lot that's changed. Even
Really?
the wolf border still is here.
Is that?
Are you serious?
That's something you can't forget.
Yeah.
It's cool. We picked this house and we had no knowledge that Enrique had a history with it.
He didn't want to get into specifics, but he said that he caused some ruckus as a young kid.
Those are acoustic tiles. They're a pain in the neck to get off because they usually leave little glue dots on the plaster, but it is possible. But you have this beautiful colonnade right here. You could strip this down. It's probably, I would guess, oak under there.
I like how the radiators are so low under that window. That's
That is
actually
really
a very
cool.
nice touch.
This is a great sized dining room, which connects right to the kitchen.
I really like how open it is right there. Sightlines as a mom is so nice to have, you know, so you can see
I
what they're up to
know.
over there if you're over here. So
I really like some of the woodwork here. I mean, just, remembering, running through here and just kind of playing with my friends and things like that. It's cool to be back,
I just love the second house. I think that it has so much potential. I think when we talked about, we were standing outside of it and all the potential curb appeal that it could offer, I can see that with that house. Obviously, we'd keep that wolf border, but, other than that, I think there's a lot that we could do to change it up.
We have a mid-century kitchen in here. I think this is cool. I don't know if we can say
noticed
John
the
Deere, but
trim.
it's hilarious.
John Deere in pink.
That is the best kitchen detail
I
I think
don't
I've
even
ever seen.
That's how you know you're in the country.
Dad.
Well, there's definitely more counter space in here than in the other house. Little seating room.
Yeah.
I feel like this house has a lot of really useful storage spaces. I also love the detail, the beadboard on the ceiling. You can make it laundry, you can make it a pantry. Let's go upstairs. Oh, it's so amazing.
Wow. I love these stairs.
So you have a really great little landing here. Here we go.
There it is.
The bedrooms are a decent size.
You can see the original wallpaper back here.
Oh, nice.
This house is a diamond in the rough. It takes a lot to see the potential in this house, but it's there.
You can tell he has really good memories about living here, growing up here, and I think this house really could be a great option for them because of all the memories that he has that are awesome.
I appreciate that they put up boards that they painted instead of just painting over the wallpaper, so if you wanted to reveal it, you could.
I can picture my daughter in this room. That's what it looks like to me. But it could be anything. I mean, it's a flexible space.
I guess the floors are in nice condition under here.
It's nice that they're not painted.
This is a great house for a family. It's really modest. It feels like a place you could more easily move into,
This house, honestly, allows their budget to move a little bit further, quicker.
which in a house of this size is going to go a very long way, and that's a huge perk.
Is your name on one of these?
No, I don't think so.
Benjamin Starr was like,
He is a star.
he really wanted everybody to see.
It's like all the
Hates
teammates
baseball.
were
He was
here.
like the John
Yeah.
Hancock.
The whole thing.
Now, clearly, a lot of the original detail has been stripped of these rooms.
The baseboard's still intact, so, we kind of take cues from that and then bring them up to the top and make it look like it was back in the day.
All right, let's go back downstairs. The other house, your restoration budget is going to be about $100,000. It's pretty big. It's a little unwieldy. The outside is giving us a lot of unknowns. It's a jungle out there.
I don't like that it's really dark inside. It seems really dreary.
It needs a new roof, which is going to be expensive. But in the long run, it's going to be much more space for us to grow as a family.
There's lots more land. It could be a project.
Like, the detail that's in that house is really like the stuff that my dad loved to do. That's the kind of work we did together.
I mean, for me, this one is more manageable. We have a $135,000 budget. It is on a smaller lot, It's not as grand. The woodwork is all kind of covered up.
With a lower price on the second house, we could really do a lot more in there.
I like that it is right by the creek. I can watch my kids playing in the creek.
I think it would be easier for us to get it done, and then we have more time with our family, which is really important to both of us.
They're so different, and yet they're both landing you in the area you want to be, and they both have memories for you, so, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about.
We're so excited to hear what you pick. Give us a call, and we will start whenever you're ready.
Sounds good.
Hey, Enrique. What's happening? They bought the jungle house. Yes! Awesome. Well, we'll meet you there in a few days, okay? All right. Enrique and Megan said they first want to focus on the entryway, living room, dining room, kitchen, and of course the landscaping outside. Since the bedrooms are in decent shape and the bathrooms are functioning, they'll tackle those later.
I'm so excited.
This house is going to be a stretch for them, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance for them to restore this huge, amazing house.
It's so good. I cannot wait.
There are so many mysteries to discover inside a cheap old house. To help us uncover evidence of how this place originally looked, we bring in our restoration detective team. We have Scott, who knows everything about historical architecture, and Jen, who has an eye for design.
This is an interesting hodgepodge of a kitchen.
It's always fun.
All of the time capsule rooms into the kitchen in this house, it feels very disjointed. We want to make the kitchen that feels like it has been with this house forever and it has never changed. Oh my gosh, Ethan, is that beadboard behind it?
Oh
wow.
my God.
Original finish.
I saw it over here, but it was painted, but
Oh,
this
that's
is
great.
unpainted.
What
Oh
else
my
is going on up
gosh.
there? Oh, wow, okay.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute though. Look at this
tile?
green tile.
Is it real tile or
No,
is it actually?
it's tile board.
I love seeing this original beadboard though under here, and I wonder, like, does it carry through?
Well, it looks like this has that same tile board over it, but it's been painted. You can kind of see the impression there.
Beadboard would be easy to reintroduce into the space.
So this is really cool. They sold these as modular units, and you could literally just like buy them from Sears. Megan and Enrique didn't want them, but I kind of want these.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want
I
these.
kind of want to see.
You want them
what-
too?
They're amazing. Can we go halvesies? Can we do like, you take that half, I take this half?
Rock, paper, scissors?
We could totally
One,
use
two,
these in
three,
another
shoot.
house. Let's go, Elizabeth.
They're mine! Yes!
All right.
I absolutely adore these steel cabinets. And in many cases, I would definitely say keep them. But we have to bring the kitchen back to something that would have been more appropriate for this house. So instead of these steel cabinets from the 1940s, we want to bring in salvage cabinets that would be more accurate to when this house was built in 1885. So let's pull all of this
All right,
out.
let's get it.
Oh, wow, look how good that is.
Oh, dude,
nice.
amazing.
Now that's kind of cool.
Now that we know that the beadboard is here, it really does help give us a very clear direction on what to do with the space. Less things to purchase. And also, we don't need a backsplash now.
I think we have a lot to work with between the beadboard and the floor that Ethan's about to pick up and see.
I think there might be some flooring under here.
So, I've already torn up 2 layers of vinyl.
Now we're down to layer 3.
Which is yet another layer of vinyl.
It really is like an archaeological excavation with these houses.
This is the 4th layer? What is going on?
All right, I found the original wood floors.
Ooh. If we can restore these original floors, it'll save us at least $5,000 to $7,000 since we wouldn't have to replace them. That means more of Megan and Enrique's budget could go to the cabinets in the kitchen and the butler's pantry, as well as the exterior.
Oh my gosh, Jen, have you seen this? It's the stairs to the 2nd floor.
Oh my goodness, the stars and the whole celestial story is happening here. The previous homeowners must have just been the most kooky, eclectic, artistic people.
I want to be friends with whoever did this.
I know, this is kind of an amazing detail. I mean, I would feel horrible painting over this.
Oh, we're not going to paint over this.
No
No way.
I wonder if this is something that we can lean into. I mean, this place is so magical. I think leaving this as a surprise would be amazing. I wonder if there's a way to incorporate this into the overall design scheme.
I definitely think so.
Love it.
Okay. So I might be in the minority, but I actually love this wallpaper. I understand.
No, this wallpaper is amazing.
It is pretty great. But Elizabeth has also never met a wallpaper she didn't love.
How do you guys feel about the linoleum floor? Like, what the?
This floor, I have to say, I've never seen anything like this.
It is
Absolutely
wow.
hilarious. It's like a cartoon version of actual flooring.
This is wild. I'm dead. I'm seriously dead.
This floor, I have to say, I've never seen anything like this.
This is wild.
Well, Jen, and there it goes.
Oh my God.
This is all stuck
Oh,
to
it's
it, but we can
stained.
see how
It's
wide.
stained.
It's dark. It's like black.
It's like a
stain.
dark,
It is.
yeah.
Like, this is
Wow.
silly.
They put fake wood
Fake wood
on
on
top
top
of
of
real
real
wood.
wood.
Who would do that?
Under these vinyl floors, we didn't know what we were gonna find.
I think saturating it will really
Yeah.
help.
There's solid gold under these floors. They're amazing. I have mineral spirits. Let me put a little bit of this on there.
We just have to make the woodwork shine.
It'd be close to getting down to our wood.
Well, it's working.
Yes.
So that's cool.
What's next?
Can we go talk about the outside?
Feel the breeze through the trees as we do what we please, days like these.
This has got to be one of the most fascinating houses that I've seen in a long time.
It's like a portal to another dimension.
Everything is just as it was when it was built around 1883. And I did scraping all around the house, and I found the original colors. The body of the house was originally a very soft green. It was accented by deep olive green trim. And then we have the accent color. It's a very soft pink.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Very cool.
So pink and green play so well together.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little bit bold with depth like Enrique likes, but there's softness to it that Megan likes. So it really bridges both of their styles. And it's also totally original, so it's a win-win.
We're going to paint the body of the house a pale green, and for the trim, posts, and railings, a deep olive green. For the gable details and accents, we'll go with a soft pink, bringing this house all the way back to 1885.
Stop it, Scott. I have to hug you. I love it. I love it.
I'm a little bit concerned that we're not talking about the jungle that this place is and the fact that we have to fix the roof, but we really got to just pare this place back so we can first reveal the house so the painters can get in here and actually work.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my word.
Enrique is here to help clear the yard. This house is just really, really overgrown. I cannot wait to kind of just cut back some of the trees and see how this place shapes up and how the sun really comes into the space.
We're very close. Oh, there it goes.
When we took away the literal forest in front of this house to even be able to access the house, there we go. We had to cut the vine way back, which really broke my heart because it's such a huge part of the house and it's been here for so long. But we didn't cut it all the way back. It's gonna grow back after we paint the house. So it's exciting that we got to save it.
Woo, baby! After we cut back a bunch of trees and a lot of the shrubs that were overgrowing this house and the vines, the morning light in this place is amazing. It's not as much of a swamp anymore. Enrique, she's so much better than I thought.
Yeah, it's amazing to get some light on it because it's been in the shadows for years. And just like the scope of what got done today, it's given me like a clear path, which is amazing.
Look at this amazing little playhouse.
It was hard to even know that this existed behind all of the trees and the literal forest.
Let's get off all this old luan and we'll put some new siding on them. I have a table saw over here. There's a new door that we have that we could just basically replace. And then we just gotta pick some paint colors.
Sounds like a plan.
Got it.
Let's get to it.
I really am excited for Ella and Sam to be able to use this and have fun out here.
It was actually pretty funny having everybody work on the playhouse. We were all kind of on top of each other.
I liked ripping the nails off. I don't know, it was kind of satisfying to just get them off.
Looks good.
I cannot believe what amazing details are still in this house. You guys truly, truly lucked out. Everything is in such great condition. Based on the conversations that I had with Enrique and Megan, blue was a hard yes, had to be blue. I created 3 color stories, all blue, but with different vibes. So here we have like a safe zone, sort of like a cottage, light blue, sky blue story. It's paired with a bunch of whites. The florals here are a little bit brighter and easier, a little bit more feminine and delicate.
So right now we have a blue, a little more similar to this in our house right now. And we're big tea drinkers, me and my daughter and my mom and my grandma.
Me too.
So my grandmother had all these old like tea sets and stuff like that, and that's what it reminds me of. So it's just a little nostalgic for me too.
Sweet.
I love all of it.
Moving on to our sort of middle of the road choice here. In the back staircase in the kitchen, I happened to notice that the previous owner painted this cute little celestial scene creeping up the stairs. And it kind of inspired me to lean into this stars story. This is what we call cadet blue. And it's a blue that is a little bit grayer. It's a little bit greener. There's something a little bit more dramatic about it, introducing brass elements that show up as stars.
Yeah, I like how you're honoring the magic, because there's a lot of magical things here.
Yeah, I do like the contrast between the matte and then the metallic.
Cool, so let's move on to our wild card. Here we're talking about midnight blues, we're talking about navies, and I've also introduced to this one sort of a bordello red. I mean, the house is incredibly bold and dramatic in so many ways.
I really love this fabric. I think it's beautiful. You're not, that's not yours.
It's okay.
Your thing. But I do think that like some of these reds could really play off of the woodwork throughout the house.
Yeah, like I can definitely envision this, but it reminds me of like a sailor's house with like a guy with a pipe, and he's just hanging out in his like leather chair. Like,
you like cottagey monocles.
yeah. This is like the man cave of the cottage.
I feel like we could kind of tie in her brightness and then my darkness and marry it in the middle and come to, agreements, in this kind of color palette here.
I enjoy how the metallic components kind of play off of the matte, and so it's still bright enough for her, but it's heavy enough and solid enough to kind of support our lifestyle with kids, and this is it for me.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Okay, awesome. Well, the next job at hand is figuring out how to apply all of these fun things to this amazing and also massive house. To open up the space in the living room, we'll remove the outdated shelving and paint the walls a pale blue. We'll border the windows with floor-to-ceiling drapes and source a mix of furniture to create a balance of both Enrique and Megan styles. In the dining room, we'll rip up the vinyl floors and address whatever we find underneath. The wallpaper will come down and get replaced with fresh paint. On the ceiling, we'll add a star-patterned wallpaper and an elegant light fixture for indoor stargazing. In the kitchen, we've already removed the steel cabinets, so now we'll update the walls with new paint, blue trim, and restore the beadboard. Salvage wood cabinets and open shelving will be installed, along with a center island to create the perfect prep station.
I like that you bring in the whimsy for this house and you celebrate the unique elements that are here.
Well, now that we have a clear design direction, you guys got to get out of here because you can't see what we're doing.
I think this is like one of the most fun houses to shop for because it's so
whimsical.
Whimsical.
Yes, we are leaning into the whimsy with this one for sure. My friend Matt's shop, it's called This and That, and it is full of weird, interesting, eclectic, and sometimes bizarre things. So much good stuff to look at. So, things that have stars on them would be cool. Things that sort of suggest stars in some way.
We count the stars that fill the sky. We watch them shine.
Well, here we have some
stars.
stars.
Oh, yeah. I think these are tension rods, or they go at the end of tension rods on a house.
That could be nice in like
They're
a little
super
cluster
cool, yeah.
on the wall somewhere. What is this thing?
Oh, cool.
What? Let's keep looking.
Okay.
What is this thing? This says Star Ball Lightning Rod.
Oh, cool.
Okay, well, the star motif is like a no-brainer.
Really, really pretty.
And it's milk glass, which we love.
And it has that nice, is this copper?
It has a patina on it that looks like copper.
I don't know, whatever. I love it.
So we have the stars on the walls. We have this lightning rod thing. We came here with a sort of ambiguous mission, but sure enough, we found a bunch of really interesting things.
I got this one specifically because I thought the milk glass was super cool.
It's so good. This house is super playful, and I think the invitation to just use our imagination and use these interesting objects in an interesting way is really special.
We're gonna make it look good.
Right?
Super cute. Yeah, just don't get struck on your way.
Today we're putting a new roof on this house. We're painting the exterior, restoring the trim inside, revealing the original hardwood floors, and matching the perfect stain for the trim. So that is red mahogany. And our finish is more like a reddish undertone with a darker top.
This is red mahogany, this is English chestnut, and this is them combined, which I think most closely approximates the color of them inside.
This one looks awesome.
So this is the space, and I think what's really fun about this is we can kind of go big here. To brighten up the entry, we'll reference the amazing vine that was enveloping the house with a hand-painted wall mural.
We are down to the wire now.
Saturday.
That is awesome. Wow. We want to get every little detail perfect.
We rebuilt the stairs that lead up to the house in the style of the original house. So we are just painting them and getting all the details finished.
This stain is in good shape. It does not need to be refinished. All we need to do is rub some denatured alcohol on here, and it's just gonna shine this door right up. Look at that. Oh yeah, look at that. Looks good.
We're finishing up the landscaping and installing the last of the appliances.
Looking good.
Looks good.
Nice.
Look at this beautiful rug. Yep, okay. It goes right about here. Well, that feels like a living room. Megan was looking for something light, perhaps a bit feminine, and Enrique was really interested in leaning into the masculine details that the house already presents. And so finding the place in between is really the challenge of this space. Cute! Every home should have personal artifacts that really make it feel like yours, that really make it feel special. And Megan sent us these huge oil paintings that Enrique did, which is amazing.
You'll be coming back home. You'll be coming back home. You'll be coming back home.
All right, this is
Thanks for
them.
coming. Today is a big day. We are so excited and a little nervous to see everything that they've been doing at the house.
I'm very nervous, very excited, anxious, all of the things. I can't wait. I'm super excited to see it.
Can you believe you paid $125,000 for this house? You guys remember the jungle that when we first walked into this place? So everything has been touched. From the roof, to the paint, to the landscaping.
I'm overwhelmed. It's beautiful. I'm just starstruck.
This house is a star.
Yeah.
Sunbursts are like the greens behind it. That's amazing.
Yeah. I personally did that myself, so I'm just gonna take a little credit for that.
Watch me burst out into color.
Those details. It's beautiful to see the house in all its glory. The paint colors just popping and working together so well. All that stuff just came together so well. It's incredible to see.
It's so bright. It was so dark and so dreary in this yard, and it's just now so bright and beautiful.
It's happy. It's so happy.
Yeah, it's friendly. It's like, come on in. Before I was like, no, stay away. Seeing the thoughtful landscaping without taking away all the trees, but taking away some and thoughtfully placing some beautiful flowers in there, and the steps, just such a welcoming entrance compared to how it used to be. It's way more than I could have even imagined.
Like it feels like someone's home. Someone actually lives here.
I can't believe it's us.
This was such a pleasure to work on, but there's more.
Oh man!
We have to go inside.
I don't know how there could possibly be more.
I know,
There's
this
so
is so
much
beautiful.
out here.
Well, come on up.
Oh my gosh! Oh my
Look
gosh,
at
the
these
doors are
doors,
so
you guys.
beautiful! Gosh! Love it!
Awesome.
Hi, guys.
Hello!
Oh, it's so nice to see you both. Hi.
These are like the leaves that are out there. Love it. They're little heart-shaped leaves. They're so pretty.
It really is just super bright, and it's just much more open and bright space than it was before.
It feels light and airy. Like that's the thing that I wanted in this house, and I have that feeling walking in here. Oh my gosh, the doors are so
guys.
beautiful!
They cleaned up so amazing. You
I know, I
remember
wanna touch them.
the vinyl that was here?
The vinyl flooring actually did us a service. It's so well preserved. I'm blown away at how great the wood looks. It's in great condition and just beautiful.
Walk through the pocket doors.
Oh my God.
Goodness. Look at this house. It's like a house now.
I can't believe we have a house this refined.
You guys are fancy now.
You're a
Yeah.
little bit fancy. I wanted to keep things as light and fresh and airy, a little feminine, but then also I wanted to kind of bring in some richness to cater to Enrique's sensibilities too. So there is a mix of things happening here that I think found that happy balance.
I just can't get over how tall these drapes are.
Yeah,
It's
and it really just accentuates the height of these amazing ceilings. And it really does make the room feel much larger.
We didn't need to take walls down or do anything to it, especially when you have pocket doors. And if you want a wall, you got a wall. So they're still here and they work well.
And I just love seeing our painting in this house. Something that Enrique painted for me a long time ago. And it's beautiful on this gorgeous wall.
And it brings in such a nice pop of color.
I had no idea how talented you are in all things of life.
Apparently. I know. Is there anything you can't do, Enrique?
Oh, there's plenty.
It feels like a place where we can come home and our kids can pile on the sofa with us and we can watch a movie and just kind of hang out and do what families do in a living room. But it also feels really upscaled and elegant at the same time.
Oh, do you like the star over there, Enrique?
I do. I do like the star a lot.
Well, if you like stars, there are a few more to show you.
Man. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
I like it. That's so cool.
So on the ceiling, this has been original Victorian wallpaper meant to go on the ceiling. I might be copying this in my own house.
I like how you could just lay here and stargaze.
Exactly.
Do it.
There you go.
All right, mission accomplished, I think.
I love the light fixture.
It's a star. You may have noticed, we got a theme and we ran with it. We found some really funky stuff. These really fun tension rod holders, which are sort of architectural details.
Yeah, they go at the end of tension rods on a house.
Yeah, and just use them as decor, but they also work really well on the wall, so you can, you know, anything's art. And then this totally
like that.
bizarre thing, which
The
is
lightning rod,
a
right?
lightning rod.
Yeah.
And it's got this amazing milk glass detail. So stars are happening in this house.
It feels like we're home, and I just think that's so magical. Oh my gosh!
Oh my God.
So cool.
Our idea was to create a kitchen that just felt like it was always here. And then it's been in the house since it was built.
That's exactly how it feels. The kitchen is just so different than what I would have expected, and I'm blown away, to be honest. I love this little butcher block
Oh, I
in the
love it
center of
too.
the island. I do love the stove and the hood.
I like
Very,
the
very-
blue in the back.
Well, with the budget savings that we had on fixing the floor ourselves, we found these cabinets for $500.
But they're
which is-
solid, real
Hardwood.
hardwood, which is great. And we restored this beadboard after finding it when we removed the old steel cabinets.
It is very cohesive.
It really is. The open shelving is gorgeous. I love the nighttime sky over here. I think that plays with the colors.
Yes.
That goes with the stars over here and it plays really well with the colors in here.
I love the sink.
Yeah, we found this kitchen sink on the internet, and it was so inexpensive.
The kitchen is so homey. That's what I really like about it. It feels like someone already lives there and is putting on a tea kettle and is making cookies, and you can smell them as you're walking in the door, so you just feel like you're coming home. Wow.
Such a cool vibe in here.
A vibe, that's what it is. Every good Victorian kitchen needs a butler's pantry. It's where, back in the day, they would have plated all the food and hidden all the messy stuff away from their guests. So this is such a critical part of this type of house, and we just felt it had to be preserved.
But for a modern family, it can fit all the cereal boxes, fruit roll-ups, all the things that you need. The snack drawers are
Gummy
all
bunnies.
here.
I'll be in here. I'm blown away. Honestly, it's like a house from a magazine. It's beautiful.
I just think it's so gorgeous. The things that I hoped would come to be are here. So, you know, I'm just so happy. Thank you so much.
So you guys bought this house for $125,000. You put $100,000 into the house. All in, that's $225,000. Now the house is worth $319,000. That's $94,000 worth of equity. And once you renovate the bedrooms and bathrooms, the equity will go up even higher.
That's awesome.
That is amazing. It's not for sale, though. My dad would absolutely love it. And he'd be proud, you know, to watch his grandkids grow up in it. It's a beautiful home, and it's, you know, definitely his style. My dad would be over the moon to know that it's in the family. He's always with us.
We do have one more surprise for you if you want to come out front with us.
Yes.
Hey, you guys.
Hi. Hi, baby.
How are you, Sam? Hey, Ella.
Hi, Ella.
Ella, Sam, we have something special to show you.
Welcome to your house.
Yeah. Seeing the kids' looks on their faces of shock and amazement.
It's so cool.
What do you think? It's gorgeous. Ella got quiet, and usually she's very chatty, and so she was just like, it's amazing, it's so beautiful.
I hope you're happy with it.
Everything reflected in their eyes, you know, is just such a rewarding and emotional thing.
Do you guys want to see inside the house?
Yeah!
Yeah!
It's just above and beyond. There was so much thought and effort put in.
Oh my God!
That it's stunning to anybody that's going to walk in.
Look at the kitchen! Wow!
And I just feel really blessed.
Now I love this house.